Takumi's ordinary life was thrown into chaos when he was suddenly summoned to another world. He found himself standing before the goddess Nolan, who greeted him with an unexpected apology. She explained that his summoning was a colossal mistake. Normally, when the summoning spell is activated, it pulls individuals with unremarkable lives. But Takumi, whose life was going well, was never meant to be included. A rare error dragged him along with the others, and the culprit was the Holy Sidonia Empire, recklessly activating a forbidden summoning spell. While other summoned heroes went directly to Sidonia, Nolan brought Takumi to her realm. When he asked if she could send him back to Earth, she regretfully explained that it was impossible. In her anger at Sidonia for using the spell, she had already patched the summoning out of the world's magical laws, making travel between worlds impossible. To make matters worse, Takumi's body had perished during the summoning process. Now a disembodied spirit, he panicked. To calm him, Nolan revealed her plan. While she couldn't return him to Earth, she could grant him a new body and let him start fresh in this world. To sweeten the deal, she offered her blessings to make his life easier as an apology. With no other choice, Takumi agreed. Nolan was delighted and promptly summoned his new status screen. To his surprise, his new body would be a 17-year-old version of himself, despite being 40 back on Earth. He protested, but Nolan dismissed his concerns as minor details. She then explained his options for a new job class. He could choose a combat-focused role like swordsman or knight, or a production class like craftsman or alchemist. Reluctant to fight, Takumi chose the production route. Nolan implanted the job in his soul, added extra blessings, and sent him on his way, completely forgetting to give him a tutorial. Takumi crash-landed in the middle of a forest. Dazed, he looked into a nearby stream and saw his youthful reflection staring back. Accepting his fate, he rummaged through the bag Nolan had left with him. It contained food, money, and a few other essentials, ensuring he wouldn't starve immediately. Eager to test his abilities, he activated his status screen and discovered that Nolan had blessed him with incredible skills, including elemental magic. He held out his hand and cast his first spell, Water Ball. To his amazement, a perfect sphere of water appeared. He quickly mastered other elemental spells, realizing that his magic came easily. Encouraged, he decided to head toward the nearest village. While walking, Takumi stumbled upon a stick in the middle of the path. Using his appraisal skill, he discovered it was made of Trent wood, a rare material ideal for crafting magical tools. He used his modeling skill to transform the wood into a spear, testing his new abilities. As he continued, he found numerous useful plants and materials, which he stored in his item box, a skill that let him carry limitless supplies. Just as he finished gathering, he heard a scream. Moments later, a young girl burst out of the bushes, begging for help. Behind her was a massive horned rabbit, charging at full speed. Panicked, Takumi fumbled with his spear and, through sheer luck, managed to stab the rabbit in the head, killing it instantly. Shocked by his success, he assumed Nolan's blessings had helped, though this victory was pure chance. The girl introduced herself as Molly and explained she'd wandered too far from her village while picking herbs. Relieved to be safe, she offered to guide Takumi to the village. Before leaving, she pointed out that horned rabbit meat was a delicacy. Realizing it would be a waste to leave the carcass behind, Takumi stored it in his item box, accidentally revealing his skill to Molly. Though he'd planned to keep it a secret, there was no going back now. As they arrived in the village, Molly's parents, Bunga and Martha, greeted them with gratitude. They invited Takumi to stay, but the village lacked an inn. The villagers quickly decided to build him a small house. Wanting to contribute, Takumi used his earth magic to flatten the foundation, astonishing everyone with his wide-scale magic use. By the next morning, Takumi's house was complete. With his carpentry, blacksmithing, and sewing skills, he crafted furniture for himself. Inspired, he decided to experiment with alchemy. Borrowing ores from the village blacksmith, Boron, Takumi used his skills to extract iron, copper, and even magical materials, with ease. However, the process drained his mana, leaving him nearly unconscious. Thanks to Martha and Bunga's recovery potions, he recovered and promised not to overwork himself again. Over time, Takumi became a key figure in the village. He crafted tools, extracted resources, and even began brewing potions using herbs he'd collected. His experiments in alchemy granted him new skills, including purification, which he earned while testing potions on himself to build poison resistance. One day, Takumi encountered a massive boar in the forest. Outmatched and without a proper weapon, he was nearly defeated. Just as the situation grew dire, a poisonous spider attacked the boar, saving Takumi. Grateful, he healed the injured spider and accidentally tamed it, naming it Maple. The villagers were amazed when Takumi returned with the boar and his new spider companion. They held a feast in his honor, celebrating his growing contributions. Bunga suggested that Takumi visit the nearby city of Bolton to sell the boar's valuable parts and expand his opportunities. With Maple by his side and a growing arsenal of skills, Takumi prepared for the next chapter of his journey. Meanwhile, Nolan watched from above, pleased with Takumi's progress. When asked by another goddess why she was giving him so many blessings, Nolan simply smiled and said she was doing what felt right. Takumi's journey in this new world was just beginning, and with his creativity and determination, he was destined to make a lasting impact.